Everson K Chieza. I am 24 years old and I'm an actor and a photographer. I'm just an artist. I'm in love with reading. I love reading a lot, but I'm lazy, so I chose to read scripts. It's easier that way and it's more fun and you get to bring it to life, so that's why I'm now an actor. I love literature, yes, of course, and fitness. I'm sure you can notice. I'm a fitness freak, and I love everything about life and art. Art is life to me. They call me Mr. Art at Heart.
So my name is Derby Bheta. I'm part of College Central. I'm a director, writer, and an editor.
With Hodua Pomoyo, it was... I remember talking to Derby, the director, a long time ago when I had a heartbreak. And I told him, I need to cry. I need to cry in a film. And he's like, okay, we'll make a plan. And it took him about 2 years. And then he finally came, he said, I was actually just chilling. He's like, I have a script for you. I was like, okay, let me check it out. It's Hodua Pomoyo. I read it and it was amazing. I loved it. It was love at first sight, at first read.
When Tawa says, what could possibly go wrong? We show him what could possibly go wrong.
You're the strong man that stole my heart fast. Nope, Mrs. Strongman, you're going to have to chase this one.
And also, there's an element of perspective. Which perspective of the story I would tell? Which story I would tell? Hodua Pomoyo, it's Mantawa's story.
I loved it, and there we were reading it, and I was like, let's do it, even next month. But it was around, was it October or November? And it's like, no, it's January things. So we prepared for it, and I made sure that I put myself together, and there we were shooting Hodua Pomoyo. To me, it was amazing. I will never lie, and I would never lie about it. It was amazing. I loved every bit of it.
Tawa is carrying everyone's dreams. Growing up, everyone wanted to play soccer. And I'm pretty sure everyone who wanted to play soccer and never made it to Manchester United their whole dreams are on Tawa. That's what I believe, because I also wanted to play soccer. So I also want Tawa to carry that dream of mine that never really happened. So we feel like those kind of elements makes Hodua Pomoyo be a great story, because everyone can relate differently. Everyone can relate. So they did well. I'm really proud of everyone else.
And as Derby, the director, is always straightforward. College Central is always straightforward. They tell you we don't really have, the budget is tight. So are you down for it? And I've been working with them since 2015. My first film, it was with College Central. It was a short film. The first time I ever appeared on camera, it was with them. So I was like, no, you know what? This is my dream, so let's do it. Because I told Derby, please make me famous. And then after Hodua Pomoyo, he calls me and he says, do you feel like a celebrity now? And I was like, yeah, I think I'm there now. I'm a bit there. When I walk, people say, wow, look at that guy. So yeah, it was amazing. That was the Hodua Pomoyo story. And of course, the cast was great. That was great casting right there. Everyone felt like they were there. They were meant to be there. You know, I can never imagine another Blamos or another Biko or another Chido or another Noku. It was just, or my Noku or Ben Mahaka is someone else. It was, to me, it was amazing. It changed everything. It changed everything for me.
And when it comes to Everson, we clicked so much because of we have similarities in backgrounds, and Panyaye script redu, him being my little brother, Shakabva Shawedzera Futi connection yedu, and also we go to the same church. So we had a lot to discuss, we had a lot to talk about, particularly of the set, and Muno Waningati munhu akanyarara but anotaurikana I was very sociable.
The Ben Mahaka story is complicated. I wasn't prepared for that day. I think the scene where I left the house running, when I went there, approached the dad, telling him how much I love his daughter, it was complicated because right there, I was so scared. In real life, it wasn't Tawanda because David just came to me 30 minutes before I go and said, he's like, yo, you're supposed to do a scene with Ben Mahaka. And I've only known Ben Mahaka through TV. I'd never met him. I respected him. Studio 263, everyone loved him. And now I get to act with him without even meeting him. Like, hi, how are you? We never did that. It was just, oh, that's Ben Mahaka. Okay, I'm trying to get myself together. I just met him now, and now 20 minutes later, I'm supposed to be on a scene with him.
How can I help you, young man?
Abafika Jaibo Mnara. Noktula is a very beautiful girl. Ningomrana moyo wangu wese. I just don't understand why. Asu reply my messages yangu. I don't go more on cheated because she broke up with me. And she didn't even tell me the reason why. Honestly, my heart is in pain. But I don't go move as long with it. I'm sorry for everything I've done. And I still love her. Yeah, so I ran away. That was the reason I ran away. I finished the lines and then I ran away. I don't think the director had set that one up. I just ran away, and well, that was that part. But the cast overall, I'm sure everyone knows and believes that the cast was well made. I don't know if even Tendai. We hated that guy in real life because we're like. We're now in too deep into Tawanda and Biko. We're looking at him like, this guy, who does he think he is? Just coming out here to take Noko away from us. It was, but yeah, I think that created something. That created the whole chemistry within us as the cast. So I think that's the reason why I'm looking forward to season 2.
I also acted as a policewoman, I remember, and that scene because I was someone who was very quiet.
Sishami. I don't know if you have not. Sishami was my senior at school when we started filming theater arts at Midland State University. She was my senior, and those were the people who would look and say, wow, if I get to that level, I'm set for life. She has always been an inspiration. I don't know. I don't even know what level I could put her because I actually looked up to her as my big sister. So now I'm acting with her as a big sister. And I'm the little brother. So it was up to now. I still call her Sishami. That's how deep it is. That's how deep it is, and that's how connected we were. And even the little baby, Cuckoo, I think everyone was meant to be there, and they killed their role. That's how nice it was. I was born in Rua, Goromonzi, and then I think I did my grade 1, 2, 3 somewhere there at Chiremba Primary School in Rua. And then we had to move to Botswana, the whole family, parents and everybody. And that's when we went to Botswana. We live in Lobatse. And yeah, and then I transferred to New Look Primary School, and then went to Pitikwe Junior Secondary, and then I moved again to another school, to Crescent English Medium School. And there, that's when, yeah, passed. Don't forget the passing. I passed my, is it O level this side? It's called O level, right? Yeah. And then I came this side. It was time for me to do researches on universities to go to. I actually wanted to study psychology. I'm still going to study it though, but then that was one of the first options I picked. I'm an emotional guy. Yeah, and yeah, I didn't know there was Midland State University. I only knew there was UZ since I grew up that side, and coming to Zimbabwe was never really an option because we were underage and parents really were too busy. So we were not coming this side more frequently. So I only knew there was UZ. And then that's when I was told, well, there's Midland State University, you can go there. I was like, Midland State University, sounds nice. Let's go there. And then when I go to Midland State University, I found this, it's called the Great Hall. It's a nice building, you know, and I'm a fan of artistic things. I was like, you know what, I like this building, I'm gonna apply here. I didn't apply anywhere else. I was like, let me apply at Midland State University. And then that's where I applied, and I don't remember applying for film and theatre arts, to be honest. I only remember law and psychology. I don't remember my first option. I don't remember. I was with my uncle. I think my uncle wrote media, film and theatre arts, whatnot. But yeah, I got accepted, and then there we were, coming from Botswana to Zimbabwe for school. It was amazing. 4 years. I think 4 years, the 4 years taught me a whole lot about life in Zimbabwe also. And, you know, it wasn't as bad as the media had put it. You know, in Botswana, you hear about Zim, you're like, yo, it must be harsh out there. But then I was there now at Midland State University. It was amazing, actually. I enjoyed every part. I met good friends, even College Central, that's where we met. And, well, there we were. And then I had to go back again after I graduated. Then that's when we started doing a couple of gigs with College Central. And then that's when they called me up for Odua Pamoyo. And now here we are again. I'm back. It was sad because after I was done with Odua Pamoyo, I went back. And the plan was for me to come back in May. And then boom, lockdown. Coronavirus, COVID-19 struck. And then now there was lockdown and I couldn't come back. That was another sad story to it. And now I had to sacrifice my own life and say, you know, they called me and then they said, you need to come back. That's when I say, no, I'll come back now. Did all my testing, my quarantine. Then now I'm here now. But I don't plan on going back anytime soon. I'm here for some time, I guess. Yeah. So there will be more of Everson in Zimbabwe for a very long time. There, you can never fake it. Even though we're really good actors, but chemistry has to be felt. You need to have something to be there. And I think that's what Derby has worked with. He knew that we were good friends, and he's like, but you guys can actually work together. And there we were. But for someone who has never watched or who is willing to watch Odua Pamoyo, it's a story about a young boy. His name is Tawa, and he's a soccer player. He loves soccer, and he has a best friend who acts as his manager. And well, all this, the journey, the dream is to end at Manchester United. Tawa has to play for Manchester United. So that was the goal at first. And then, well, he falls in love with a girl called Noku. When they fall in love, everything kind of shifts now. The energy shifted Mantawa focuses on Noku, the girl, and instead of his dream of becoming a soccer player and getting signed by Manchester United. And all this happens. You need to watch it so that you can know what really happens. But there's a whole lot of crying, guys. If you're going to watch it, you're going to cry. You're going to love it. So make sure that you are set. You eat your breakfast or you eat your dinner, because you might end the whole night. It has 10 episodes, just meant for you. And once you watch one episode, just know that you need to finish them all. So just make sure that you're ready. My favorite scene was when Mantawa was asking Noku out. Up to now I still watch it and say, wow, this guy's deep. I was watching it, I think 2 days back. I was with Ian. Ian is the DOP. And I was like, yo, who wrote this part? Because they are the writers. I was like, who wrote this part? This part is deep. Because I was watching it. I fell in love with watching myself. I was like, oh, but this guy, he goes, Noku, I think I like you. And then he goes, nah, Ndokuda. I was like, what? Then watch dog and kumpoenda kudara. I was like, yo, that was my best part. That was my best part. And then the other parts were, every scene with Biko was amazing, and I not even with just Biko, every scene with everyone was amazing. And there were times when we couldn't, we tried to keep our straight faces, but then it was hard. It was really hard. It was really, especially the hospital scene with Biko saying, "Don't put my banana." Now imagine the people who were watching were laughing. What about us? It was amazing. It was really hard. I think that was the hardest part about it all, trying to keep a straight face, because now you need to be straight faced because you cannot laugh. But then the whole situation, it was amazing. And sometimes we'd actually find out, we're already done, done. But it was amazing. I think that, those. And the sad part, I think the saddest part was when I was telling Biko that it's time for you to remain and all that. I think that was the sad part. Everyone was quiet on set. Even when Mainok was crying, I was there watching the scene when she was told divorce. And then she started crying. Everyone was quiet. Those are scenes where you just, are we still acting here? But yeah, those were some of the scenes where you look at it and say, guys, things are deep. And also the one where Mantawa finally meets Tendai. Then he just looks. He was helpless. He didn't know what to do. It was. Yeah, those were some of the scenes which hit me. I still watch them and just go like, wow.
Zotaiwa ndinozvifarira zvangu.
Pana anonzi Tawanda. Tawanda waigara nekunetsana kwawo nekabehaviour kake. Ndaingonzwa akanoti Mantau, that young man andomufarira.
Man United. You see, Man United is a person I would like. It's a toxic relationship with Manchester United, because sometimes it plays well, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm half-hearted, but then I love it. I'll be honest with you, I love it. My teams are Manchester United, Real Madrid, and Juventus. For those people who are watching, they'll probably think I'm a Ronaldo fan. Of course, I am a Ronaldo fan. So yeah, those are three of my teams. I love them. So Manchester United, I actually like playing soccer, but yeah, David doesn't want me playing Kujecha because he thinks I'll get injured. So the director doesn't want me to play where it's not placed in order, because he thinks I might get injured and then I won't be able to play soccer on TV. Everyone has their own demon when things don't go well in their lives. And I think with Shishami, that's one of the major things in in our society right now, or in our generation right now, where, single mothers, and growing up too quick also. She's the bigger sister, and she also has a baby, and she also has Tawa to take care of. I think that's where I think it also showed her strength. Even though she had to shed a tear, of course you need to shed a tear once and there, but then she held it up, taking care of another guy. Tawanda is there, and you have a baby, and you also have baby daddy drama. They call it baby daddy drama. Yeah, baby daddy drama, and you're expecting something from him also, and he's not showing up, and it shows how strong women are, really. And we also look at the situation with Mainok, who also knowing the situations which are going on, and Nok also being around such an area where parents are fighting, and then they're trying to get a divorce. I think it shows when she finally runs away that she's actually trying to run away from an issue where maybe the dad is successful or the husband is successful, but there is no love. I think it also showed how love conquers all. Some of those things actually happened to me. Yeah, I think they do relate. They do relate. But then I'm a fan of my dream. That's something I'll never leave out. I think that's one thing I don't relate with Mantawa. When I set a goal, I try my best to achieve it. I even go beyond my own personal measure, my own comfort zone, just to make sure that I attain that goal. And I'm not easily distracted when it comes to what I really want. So that's something. But the emotional side and the loving side, yeah, Everson and Mantawa, top notch. They know how to love. Yeah, you'd call it that, but then back then, I think in 2015, when it was my first time actually moving to Zimbabwe, and I didn't really know Shona that well, the slang, and now you're living with guys, they slang, there's whatnot, and yeah, but then the 4 years at MSU really helped me, and it just molded the whole situation, and I think that's the reason why I managed to find myself. Yeah. So there hasn't been really much of a change. Plus, Africa is Africa. I was lucky to have grown around my parents. They don't really have a goal for anyone. They say, you know what, just do your best, and let's see what you're really good at. And I found myself being good at literature and everything which is artistic and all that. That was something which I figured out, and then even when I chose film and theater arts, it was because I loved it. I loved the arts industry. So I was like, you know what? I can be smart in everything in the world, but then if I don't follow my heart, I'm just wasting my time. So now I get to, it's like I'm working, but I don't even feel like I'm working. I'm actually enjoying myself. I'm actually experiencing life, the life that I actually like. So to anyone who's out there, really, really, no matter how smart you are, you can have all the A stars in the world, but if you don't do what you really love, don't follow the mainstream. You need to be a doctor, you need to be an engineer, you need to be this, you need to be that. Just follow your heart. Just follow your heart. Some of the smartest people leave being a doctor, or leave being something they thought they wanted, to being even actors, to being even artists, to even draw. It's I think that's the most important thing. Follow your heart and your strength. Do not just do things because ningi they are doing it, or because it's highly paid. It's a highly paid job. No, let's not do that. Follow your heart, and you never work a day in your life. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank them for the support, for the love and support. We didn't expect it. I think I remember walking to town with College Central. We were just there and we're like, I hope 20,000 people watch it. At least if 20,000 people watch it, I'll be satisfied. And then boom, it came out and we reached around like 500,000. I was like, yo, what's going on? So I really like to appreciate, I would really love to appreciate their love and support. And I hope they support us even way beyond Oduwa Pamoyo, because yeah, I know they're in love with Oduwa Pamoyo and Mantawa, but you know, there are always going to be more productions with College Central and also different characters. So I hope they are there for us and they keep on supporting us and giving us love and support. Yeah, and we promise to deliver.